assassin! Sir Venom!
Axel, you feel cold stone under your face. There's dim light emanating from behind something, and you can tell that you're cast in the shadow of it. Looking up, you feel a small bit of the same terror you had felt prior to your death. The cold embrace of the Fut Rodin, summoned to battle by the goblin horde, the shadow that had been cast over your heart. Above you looms an enormous skull. Behind you, you hear the words of a familiar voice, those of the assassin trapped in your head. Hello, Axel. Welcome to being dead, or whatever this place is. You turn and see him looming over you, an enormous skull behind him, the light being cast from back behind it. You yourself are in the shadow of said skull. I'm going to switch the scene, because there is a visual for this. And let's see. I will put you and the assassin in here together.
Whoa. Wait, is the skull talking?
Nope. Artemis and Triri, the voice
Okay.
inside your head, is an actual figure,
Okay.
and he is talking to you. And I'm pulling up a token for him.
Oh,
really
okay. I was
fast.
gonna
thought
say, is
had
he
one
still in my?
prepped.
Yeah. It's like, 'cause as far as Axel's concerned, he might be going crazy.
Sorry. I thought I had a token for this guy, but we'll do this for now. And so he's standing behind you, talking to you. And I'll put up a better one in just a moment.
So, where am I? Is this real? Because last thing I remember is what is it? I was in some big battle, and there was this an ogre threw some garbage at me, and that's the last thing I remember. So I don't. How did I get here? What is this place?
He looks at you. I remember the exact same thing. I thought you fought admirably. Flying potion, I've only ever used one of those once before. Impressive. Truly impressive. You know, sometimes I wonder,
Yeah.
not just how we came to be here, but how did you get me out of that mirror? And how did I come to be there? How did I end up in your brain?
I don't know. I think it started. Yeah, because I was in Barovia, and I think it was at that lady's house, the Watchers, and I think it was the night I accidentally burned her house down or something. And that was, it was definitely accidental. But yeah, I don't. You just kind of popped in. I don't know how you got there. I was 100% convinced you were just my subconscious driving me crazy, but you appear to be real. Unless this is hallucination, I don't know. Well, I still don't know what's going on fully. So
He looks around. He sort of looks around you. You know, I have been here before. Or rather, someplace that this place existed in. It was a... Well, I know your story. I'll tell you a little bit of mine. It mirrors yours. You see, I was walking on the road with a friend one time, when suddenly the mists coalesced around me. He sort of points up at the skull. I ended up at a place with a mad lich ruling a dark land, place called Darkon. And hell, made my way to this place. It was a temple underneath a wizard's tower, where the Lich resided and held his phylactery. And if we're there, well then, that would suck, because the last time I was there, I died.
Hmm.
So to be here, whether this place is real or not, is disturbing.
But what did you go to this place for? Like, I know you didn't have a choice of going to this Darkon, but why did you go here to this temple under the wizard tower? Like, why'd you go there?
Everything I found pointed in one direction. That the Lich ruling over Darkon was the reason Darkon existed in the first place. That nobody could leave, regardless of how well you fought and how quickly you ran, the mists always coalesced around you. There was a prophecy from a Vistani woman claiming to leave would be to kill the Lich and the phylactery. So I went, moving silently and stealthily from place to place, slaying different creatures, not really making any friends. Everyone seemed so pathetic in Darkon, until I made my way here. Eventually, somewhere within that skull, it's hazy. It's so hazy. I don't fully understand why I can't remember what happened, but I know that I perished. Or at least I think I did.
Huh. So you're dead? Like, I've heard you. I don't think I'm dead. Surely not.
Don't know, Axel. I don't feel very alive. And he sort of comes over to you and waves a hand at you, and he actually connects. He touches your shoulder, and he seems surprised by this. And he recoils and pulls back. Well, maybe I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Maybe neither are you then.
Well,
He looks around.
not gonna lie, I did ask about you. And apparently you ran with a fellow named Yaraxel or Yaraxel, Jaraxel,
Jarlaxle?
Jaraxel,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yes.
closest thing I've had to a friend in a long time.
Yeah, people have been running your name through the mud.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I killed half of the nobles up and down the Sword Coast, anyone of importance. It's not
Well,
that
look,
surprising on some level.
I got big plans that still need doing for, when I get out of here, I get back to my friends, and maybe you can come work for me, and can help you restore your reputation, and we could accomplish some stuff.
Work for you.
Yeah, I'm a big deal.
He just starts to laugh. Don't forget, I've been inside your head. I've seen the things you've said and done.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, so you've been in my head. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Well then. So do you want to fight or something?
Now you get it. And he draws his blades, and that's where we're going to pick it up with the rest of you for a moment.
You
I
want
like where this was going.
Yeah,
though.
so do you want to fight?
Battle of wits.
And I will bring the map back to show Yartar. And I will jump back into the intro. We've got a two-part intro tonight. The rest of you are weary and battered and beaten, with several of you having nearly died. Axel has fallen. The terror you felt at facing the Fut Rodin still lingers on your minds and in your souls. The sheer necrotic and psychic energy unleashed lingers in your nerves and your minds. You've been summoned back to Prestige Sword Coast, having slipped Axel's body into the portable hole. The bridge you were trying to save has been destroyed. This defeat feels heavy, with the knowledge that the one exit for the civilians of Yartar is no more. The portable hole itself somehow feels heavy, somewhere between the knowledge that Axel's body lies within and the world feeling heavy. Your legs and arms from fighting, your souls from losing a friend, and the knowledge that the coming day of battle without rest awaits you. You approach the headquarters of Prestige Sword Coast. Is there anything you would like to do or say before entering?
So we're going to see the Water Baron right now.
You've been summoned back to Prestige Sword Coast headquarters to talk with the Water Baron and discuss tactics and next steps, as well to receive a short rest. It is a safe haven, quote unquote, for the moment. You will
Okay.
be able to take a short rest once you enter and have a conversation in there. But until then,
Perfect.
what would you like to do?
I'm good with that.
And we got to get our buddy back.
Yeah, but I want to ask the Water Baron a question first.
Irish.
And he's probably Water Baron's probably the best person to ask about finding like a high level cleric or something like that who might know
You
revive
see
spells.
Riku kind of give you a side eye. It's like, yes, because our cleric here is incapable currently.
As I'm like dripping blood, missing a bunch of feathers from my wings, and just like leaning on my staff.
And how
Don't
much
give
hit
me
points
that.
do you have?
5.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I thought.
We've all been there, Sir Venom. Let's go lick our wounds and try to get our comrade back, hopefully. To the Water Baron, Riku starts walking.
Okay.
I just limp after Riku.
All right. I will switch us over to the Water Baron. You enter Prestige Sword Coast, and it has been turned into a field hospital. There are wounded troops lying about outside. There are wounded mercenaries lying about inside. Let me just get rid of Axel here. The Water Baron is, and I will bring you guys to a different chamber. He's in the armory, and I'm just going to dump you in the armory with just him for the moment.
Perfect.
So you're up in the northern center of the armory here. And as you enter, he looks at you. You can all see a level of fear and upset and confusion. Roosters. Oh, it's good that you're here. We have much to discuss.
We do, but quickly, just we have something that's a bit it's time sensitive. We're down one, and we could really use a cleric if you have one on hand or know where we could get one within the city, by chance.
He looks at you, realizing you're one less than you were before. I have no more resources of that nature. There are no scrolls. There are no powers. Frankly, that was the one way in and out of the city, and at this, none other than Erwin enters the room, followed by 6 officers of Prestige Sword Coast. Sir, I've brought them all here. Oh, good. And he looks at you, Roosters, and he goes, well, it's funny that you say that you're asking for services of a magical nature, because I was bringing you here to discuss one. We have no resurrection spells or any real powers of that nature. It's one of the true shortcomings of Prestige Sword Coast. I lost access to magic a while ago. A friend disappeared, and with him, a great deal of our magical services. But I brought you here to give you a chance. You've helped Yartar more than I can imagine. And so I'd like to make the same offer to you as I'm about to make to my officers. There is one teleportation circle I have hidden in my office. I can take 8 of us out of here. Those who would like to join may join me and Erwin, and we'll leave Yartar now. There's silence in the room.
Leave Yartar where? To where?
Well, this teleportation circle goes to Baldur's Gate. Erwin walks around. We don't have much time, sir. My understanding is that they're amassing at the shield tower, and we expect them to assault at dawn. 2, 3, 4 hours, no more than. He's looking at
You
all
want
of
to
you.
run, or do we got to protect the city? How?
So you're about to abandon the
And we
city.
got to get up Axel. Yeah, we gotta help Axel.
I only wish to save my life at this point. And if I have my officers, and he points across the officers, including Irina, I can save my company, and Prestige Sword Coast continues onwards. Maybe in a different format, but we live to fight another day. And Irina steps forward and she goes, I won't do it. I'm not going to abandon this town, and I'm not going to abandon my men, especially if they fought so valiantly in the different sections of the city. And she steps away towards the door. I won't stop you, but damn, this hurts.
What do we do, Riku?
Well, I can't really get us out of here until I take a little long rest,
Well, right.
guy.
Well, in
I like
reality,
meekly
if
hold
we
up
if
one
we
of my
rest,
arms. I can probably do one more teleportation circle before I pass out from almost dying.
well, I'm just saying, if we want, we can leave, but we can also, if we just rest here, then Sir Venom can heal and you can teleport, right? So it's like,
Just as a
No.
reminder, there's only enough time for a short rest between now and when the invading goblin force is at the gates.
Yeah, we only have time for short rest. So we'd be down Axel, and they're like about to abandon ship.
yeah, all right. I guess we have to, and then come back,
But
right?
Irina's saying she's gonna go down with the ship, is what it sounds like.
There's one
Very,
other person. 2 other people go with her. They sort of step aside. We can't abandon our men, even if it means our lives. The other 3 step forward.
What
That
if
makes 8.
what if instead of staying and fighting, you try to gather your men to get them to leave some way?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. $24, pretty freaking good. It's etched across his face. Shame. You can see that this is the coward's way out, and yet he seems like he's not willing to change his mind on this. All 3 of the other lieutenants sort of shuffle their feet and look at the floor. One of them says, I can't do this. And he does step over to the door with Irina and the rest, who refuse to go. Silver Veins puts his hand on Victor Trahan's shoulder, though, and says, come on, General, we need to get out of here. I'm sorry, but my mind is made up.
Riku
Yeah,
kind of
almost
looks over Victor and the Silver Veins guy. He's like, well, when the story is Yartar is told, I'll be sure not to forget this part. And you see Riku just kind of looks smugly at them both as they walk
Ooh.
out like cowards.
Okay. And they look ashamed, but all 4 of them will walk out. They will walk into the office. Sir Venom, Vincent, do you go with them at all, or are you staying with Riku and
As they're
Irina?
like walking out, like he can hear them down, like he can hear Riku yelling from like down the hall. They sing songs about us, not you.
People don't forget.
Okay. Choice is made. Irina and the rest all look at you.
And then Riku kind of looks firmly at like Irina, like sort of like a proud parent puts his hand on her shoulders, like you made the right call.
And
Like-
she looks at you and she goes, so did you. I had no idea where that was going, frankly.
Riku just kind of like, thumbs over shoulders, bunch of pussies. He's like, let's go take care of business. He's like, this is
Well-
bad news without Axel, though.
Indeed. I honestly have nothing I can give to you to help him. You're the sort of folks that I would come to for such a thing. But let us discuss defenses of the shield tower. Bastion, can you run and get some food? And one of the guys salutes and he runs off. And you guys can now take a short rest while you are discussing the plans of how to defend the shield tower. Axel, did you take a long rest on your character sheet?
Yep.
Okay. I am switching us back to your view, and we will.
Just so you guys know, I have a little thing here for short rests. You guys get an extra 1d10 for whatever you're rolling.
So are we gonna 1v1?
We are gonna 1v1.
What are the conditions here? So like, whatever I got, I
Yeah,
can use. Or...
show me what you got, basically.
But like, so if I use a healing potion here, does that get does that, if say I do get resurrected, does that count? Like,
I would say that you only have your gear. You don't have any like single-use magic items on you.
got it.
You just have like your axe, and you don't even have your troll cloak, I would say.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's only like a healing thing anyway.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, let's get a. Come on, I always roll poorly. Oh my god. Okay.
That's pretty
Okay.
good. In fact, it's so good that you get to go first.
Okay, I didn't expect this. All right, so I guess I'll start with a rage.
Okay.
I'm raging. Yeah, and then since I get to go first, and I have my assassin abilities, then I get to roll at advantage because it's an assassin thing, which I'm sure he also has. Which, but yeah, okay. So, since there's advantage, let's great weapon master this thing. For 27.
All right, yeah. That's a hit. He has a 25 for AC, by the way.
Damn. Okay, I'll definitely. Yeah. Okay. This. Okay. So I'm raging. So that's 18 plus 10, so 28. And then, I mean, if I can sneak attack it.
Yep.
Because he doesn't. I mean, he knows. That's what he knows me more than I know him. It's like how he knows my maneuvers. Okay, so 14 plus 28. So for that first one was 42 total. So then I'll use my second attack. So 25 AC. Shit.
That's it?
I'm feeling lucky. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. So we're doing Great Weapon Master again.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are at the point where we can power game.
coming out hot. Oh, 21.
Whoa.
Just a hit.
Well, it's
21, sorry.
21, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a miss, and he lithely dodges out of the way. He almost does like a Neo Matrix dodge, where like he like goes backwards and then springs back up, and he's actually going to launch one of his reaction attacks at you, which is a rapid dagger strike for a 22.
Oh yeah, it hits.
And it's going to do 5 slashing damage and 8 necrotic damage. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I think that'll do it.
27. Okay, you're all
Wow.
good. Your strength is not reduced by this.
Okay, so what was the total damage?
That would be 13 damage.
So 7 with the raging. All right.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I guess technically I should move forward. I mean we're just I guess movement doesn't even matter since we're both just gonna melee each other and.
Yep.
We're just okay.
I mean,
yeah.
you are both moving backwards and forwards on the stairs, aggressively slashing.
I feel like
Effectively
I
dancing.
could cheese it, but with my mobile ability, but I don't want to do that.
Do whatever you want. I would say if you want to do it, go for it.
All right, and this whole platform is fair game.
Oh yeah.
So it took me 5 feet to get here. So I have another 45 feet of movement.
You can play cat and mouse with them.
I mean, why not? So that's 45 feet right there. So
All right.
Interesting.
His turn.
yeah,
He will watch you do that. He will sprint to the edge here, throw 2 daggers, 1 from each hand, a 19.
that hits.
And actually, he gets advantage on these technically. So let me re-roll this second one.
What was he get
and a
advantage
19?
from? Oh yeah, both hit.
Great weapon master, right?
Um,
Or sorry, reckless.
I didn't. Oh, cause I went first. Yeah, cause I went first by the assassin thing. That's how I rolled
Okay.
for advantage. Yeah.
Okay, then he's only going to hit you the first time with that 19.
Yep.
He'll throw a dagger, and as he throws it, and it hits you, it actually disappears and goes back to his hand.
Hmm.
And that first attack will do 8 piercing damage and 10 necrotic damage.
This is Mr. Necrotic guy over here.
The old boomerang dagger trick.
Leaps off, rolls, closes the distance, and he will. Let's see. He will end his turn there, and as he does so, you hear a loud gong coming from inside the skull, like a gong.
Okay.
And
Well,
it catches both of your attention momentarily.
and how much
before you
damage?
continue
How
the
much
fight.
damage did he do?
That was a total of 18 points of damage.
18, so 9. Okay. You know what? We're not doing it. This cat, I don't. This cat and mouse. He got range. It's useless. Oh, and then 9, and then I can use uncanny dodge, right? So
Yep.
if I uncanny dodge that, shit, you said 18. After that's 9. After that, so 5. So then I give myself 3, I think. All right. Well, all right. So it's obviously a very agile fella. You know what? I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Let's.
It's come to this.
Yeah.
The actual classic.
Yeah. I want to win.
Got
26.
Is there a shallow pool you can just hold his head under?
Okay.
That would be so fucking epic.
You have him grappled.
All right. And then I will stab him with the baleful talon.
Ooh.
I like
Gotcha.
that. This is a true assassin battle if you pull out a knife like.
Nice. 27.
Yeah, that's
okay.
definitely a hit.
4, so 14. And then the sneak attack. Damn. Oh wait, I didn't roll for. So what happens in a grapple? Do I get sneak attack, or because I didn't roll it for advantage?
Let me see.
Is this the weapon that if you roll a 19, something cool happens?
Yeah. Did I roll 19? No, I didn't roll 19.
No, I'm
but
just
yeah,
curious.
it is that one. Yeah.
Grappled. Condition. I would say that he just can't move. Is basically what's going on there, and he's incapacitated, so he can't take actions or reactions. Or sorry, is that right? Grapple creature. No, that's not right. He just can't move at this time.
Okay. But he knows I'm physically dominating him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So no sneak
Is that your
attack. That was the question.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No sneak attack.
So that's my 2 actions, my attacks. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. And as you end your turn, he looks up at you, smiles, and teleports away. Back up to here and throws the dagger. So bonus action to use effectively Shadow Step, Misty Step, and then 2 dagger throws, the first of which is a 16.
That's a miss.
The second of which is a natural 1. The dagger returns to his hands both times as you block it first with your axe and then dodge the second time, your rage effectively working. That said, there is another gong,
What is this?
and this time blood pours from the skull into the pool below it.
So, like, you talking that
Yeah.
right there? Okay.
He's filling it up. There you go.
Ooh, what does this gong mean? Axel has no idea.
Something's happening. In your mind. Wherever the fuck this is.
Here, I'll just put like a blood spout coming out of the mouth.
Very metal.
Axel, it is your turn.
How
would you
high
like to
up
do?
is this right here?
That's about 10 feet up.
Okay, could I just like run up it like
It's at a slight angle. You could try to like wall run up it if you just give me
Yeah.
like an athletics check or something.
yeah. American Gladiator style. Let's do it.
Nice.
31.
Yeah, and as you wall run up it, you literally hang your axe onto the edge and lift yourself up so you land wherever you'd like to land there, I assume right in front of him. So you're kind of out on the ledge. But you batter the dagger away and land in front of him.
Okay. So this blood, huh?
Is.
Okay. Yeah. So ooh, do I want to reckless attack this guy? I want my sneak attack. I'm picking doing damage over I don't care. I mean taking damage, yeah. I'm recklessly attacking this guy.
Okay.
No great this is just regular, no great master. Which I should have done. Oh, okay, yeah, wrong weapon.
That was a 19. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
the wrong weapon. Yeah. So 23. And we'll add the
Yeah,
sneak
that's a hit.
attack. Another 15.
15.
3 plus 15.
Doing damage to Artemis and Shuri in this way is not like you would typically do against an enemy. For the most part, he's still parrying your attacks, but when you do damage to him, your swings are so strong, your attacks so reckless and rageful that you batter his arm away, and you can see that you're constantly wearing down his muscles, and that this dance that you're dancing is going far better for you than it is for him.
Mhm.
He's almost bloodied at this point.
Yeah, I have it at 94. I've done 94 damage to him.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. All right. Another one. Still reckless. Crit.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Let's see this one.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Damn. 23 damage for that
Okay.
one.
And he is going to use his reaction, this time trying to slip his dagger, taking the blow and trying to slip the dagger up towards you. But the sheer ferocity of your attack actually does slice him across the shoulder, and you're doing real damage to him on this one. So he's going to miss.
He's gonna miss that. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. And on his turn, he goes, fuck this. No more fucking around. And he slips his dagger against his thigh and actually seems to like cut part of his clothing, but you can see like a green ichor stick to the blade as he does so.
Oh.
And he makes an attack
Is he fighting dirty?
against you. He's fighting
yeah,
dirty.
he is dirty indeed.
It's going to be
Oh,
an 18,
no.
and that actually counts as a critical hit for him. He's got a similarly special blade. So that will be 34 points of damage. And I
So-
need a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage this time,
All right.
or
all right.
whatever it would be for you, because you've got special things, I assume.
Yeah. 21.
21 is not good enough,
Hmm.
and you are
What?
going to have your strength reduced by 2.
Okay, so it's a 23 now instead of a.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a dickhead.
So that's. So how does. Okay, so instead of a plus 7, I have a plus 6 then?
That's
All right.
exactly right. And it will go back eventually.
Yeah, everything's a
This is
-1. That's okay. Hey, I like this guy's enthusiasm.
And that's only his first of 2 attacks.
All right. Hey.
Fight
The
him like
second-
you're fighting Erwin Silvertooth.
The second attack is going to be a miss,
Yeah.
however. And he is going to Misty Step again. Actually, will he go there, or will he will Shadow Step to here, sort of in front of the blood, looking around it, looking up at it. You can see him say, I don't remember this. And that will be his turn.
Okay, so he did 34 damage, and half is 17, and then half of that would be 9.
Half of that is, yeah, yep.
Okay. All right. So doesn't really matter how far he went, but I'm gonna measure it anyway, and then, I guess we're both just standing here looking at this pool of blood.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, and there was one more gong at the end of his turn, by the way. There was a big boom.
Hmm.
Throw him
What
in.
do I think is up with this pool? Like it, because I really want to take his face. I want to try to drown him in this blood, but also I probably want to avoid it. I feel like so, but I've also already done a lot of damage to him, and I just want to keep doing damage. So we're choosing damage. Although drowning him in
Okay.
blood would be funny. Reckless. Shit. 28 still, so.
Yep.
Doing that.
Third option, drink and or bathe in the blood.
21. And then sneak attack damage. For another 8. Shit, what was the first one? 21. 8, so that's 29. And then second attack. $27.
So 22.
Oh no, I'm not doing Grey Weapon Mastering.
Okay.
So then 11. So 2 attacks is 40 damage.
Yeah. He's looking pretty rough, and you can see it in his eyes.
Oh wait.
Is there anything?
Okay. So yeah, because I'm on -1. I forgot about the -1 that I have, which I still would have hit. But I don't know if that affects the damage.
It does. It reduces it by 1, so I'll give him
Yeah,
2
2 minus
health
ones.
back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay. You can see fear in his eyes. He slashes another spot on his other thigh, and this time you see an orange ichor coat the dagger as his bonus action. He will attack you for 19.
That hits.
Let me just roll it again just to make sure. Oh, he
Yep.
doesn't get advantage on this, does he?
I mean, he does.
Okay. So 23. And then
Yeah.
his second attack with the orange ichor dagger, that'll be a 17, which is a
That
hit.
hits. Yep.
Okay. I'll roll the damage both times. 5 slashing, 2 slashing. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Disadvantage or
Just flat on both of these.
so
So
I'm
make it
making
twice.
2. Okay.
One for each hit.
There's one,
Oh no.
and I don't like the
Okay.
oh no. Yeah.
So the first one, your body begins to stiffen.
Hmm.
Do you have anything that would prevent you from being paralyzed?
I don't think I do. No.
Okay. So the second one doesn't really matter in this instance because the first one means that you're paralyzed. And as it begins to spread across your body, you can feel. Let me just make sure this is the legacy. This is the legacy paralyzed. You become incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. And any creature that hits the creature, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So incapacitated means you can't use reactions or actions. So on your turn, is there a bonus action that you can try to do before you can't move at all?
For bonus actions, I have cunning action, lets me dash, disengage, hide. That's the only bonus actions I have. So I don't know if
Okay.
that answers your question, but
Kind of.
yeah. Like, so am I currently I'm paralyzed right now. So even if I
Yeah.
could do
Can't
any of
move
those
or speak.
things, yeah. So if I could do those things, and yeah.
All right. So you're paralyzed and you can't move. I think that's basically your turn.
Mm.
And as he takes his turn, which is to turn over here and give you a push into the blood, you hear a fifth loud gong. Gong. Once more. And you see a figure above. Standing in the nostrils of the skull. And you can see this as you're sort of stuck falling into the pool of blood. And Artemis Entreri looks up at him as well. And you can see the blood drain from his face and terror wash over him as you're engulfed in the red of the pool. At this point, we're going to turn back the rest of the group. Now that we had ourselves a little fight. And now that you guys have taken a short rest and you're discussing plans with Irina, is there anything in particular you would like to do, like to talk about? Anything that you think can help in the oncoming battle of the Shield Tower and the invasion from the west?
I want to let like Irina and the boys know that if things get too dicey, I'll hold on to our escape plan. Like I have 1/5 level spell slot left, so I can cast teleportation circle, but it takes a minute to cast.
Well, I mean, if the
So
town has
I have
fallen
to-
and we find ourselves in truly dire straits, I don't
How
see
many-
a reason as to why not to use it at that point. That does not feel cowardly, says Irina.
How many people?
Yeah. As many as can get through it before it shuts down. I can't keep it open for very long though. So I'll let, if it comes to it and I have to start casting it, I'll let everyone know to fall back to my position, fend off as many as you can, and just stay safe, stay close to me, so you can duck through the portal once I get it open.
Understood. That will be an exit plan for some of the townsfolk at the very least, including hopefully ourselves. The lieutenants, the former lieutenants of Prestige Sword Coast all sort of nod. They point to, actually, they've got the map up, so I'll bring the map up for you guys so you can see this. They sort of point to a number of locations that could be good spots for this. Maybe the town square, the center of the religious district. I don't know, maybe here in Prestige, Sword Coast, or somewhere else. It's up to you guys if you have a really good spot you think would make sense for that.
I'm wondering if
Probably
we
whatever like the most defensible position is.
do we do we know if the town still has any like access to boats?
Irina points to the shipyards, and the docks. For the most part, they were burned here and there. There's probably skiffs, little boats around, either in. My bet would be the merchants' quarters here have some boats in small garages underneath homes. Getting out might be okay for a few folk. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad thought at all.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we can consolidate the boats in a safe. Rico puts up quotation fingers, safe location, then try to round up as many people in the city as we can to get to that location.
I like it. I think it's a good idea. Where do you suggest they go? They're very much looking to you three for leadership at this point. You can tell they're almost entirely deferring to your decisions and your leadership that you're showing.
Well,
we're without our battle captain.
it feels like here though,
Feel a man short.
there's
But-
not many goblins here, right?
You don't fully know at this point. You know that you fought off quite a large number of them, and the Footril Din seemed to pull them back and not try to invade further. That the goal seemed to be to destroy the bridge. But you have
And
no
what,
idea if there
what-
are forces there.
What intel do we have right now? Where they're attacking? Where we
They
expect them to?
are amassing on the western side here, and you expect them to charge in to through the
Oh.
shield tower.
Speaking of, say, where is our when were we expecting our Griffin Riders?
Back up.
That was our
don't f-
opening move.
You don't fully know. You think hopefully today, like the coming day, that they should be arriving sometime within the next 12 to 24 hours, but it's not entirely assured. There
Well, we
were
need to hold them off, and then we need to have those guys be dropping bombs. That was what so we just gotta hold them off until they get here. Keep them at bay.
I don't think they're gonna really do much for the situation anymore. Riku says, fortunately.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Griffin Riders, like ground troops,
Bomb.
and like naval forces coming back. as well.
We're past the point of trying to win this battle and more at the point of trying to save as many people as we can before the city is taken.
Okay.
Why do you think the leader of the city just left? This is the
I know
reality of
that.
what's going on.
But what about
Guess,
we have Glenn. He's still locked up somewhere. You think maybe we could use his buddies killing Axel to like fuel his rage to get him to fight for our side, maybe get some wyverns for us or something?
Axel's friend?
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened to him, man.
didn't we kill him? Just about.
I don't think so.
No, we have
Glenn,
him. He's in the stables.
he's in the stables over here. There are two wyverns. One is Glenn's, and one is the one that Axel sort of wrangled and brought in.
Yeah, let's bring Glenn into this discussion. He's
Okay.
probably got some insight that hopefully we can take advantage of.
Under lock and key of two guards, Glenn is brought into the room and informed of the situation.
So we're bringing in the enemy here to this discussion. What do you got cooking here, Sir Venom?
Yeah, so once Glenn comes in, I turn to him and just straight up and be like, Axel's dead. Yeah, Foot rode in and your goblin orc buddies killed him.
His back sort of straightens. And he looks at you all. Really? I never thought it would come to that. I never thought he would be here or any of you would be here. I
Take
am
the bag of
sorry.
holding and plop him out on the table so we can see him. Make it more dramatic.
I mean,
Yeah. You drag him out and you put Axel's like battered, broken, and actually you can see the necrosis that had like ripped through the body beneath the skin. It leaves these sort of black electrical type marks across the body in a really, really awful looking way.
So Rico
open,
kind of like pinches his
unseen,
nose.
flaming ruby eyeball.
Yep.
Yeah, Rico just pinches his nose and is like, icky.
And then, like, after this, I turn to Glenn. Like, things, we're in dire straits, Glenn. Axel gave his life protecting this city. Will you honor your fallen brother and switch to our side, help us get as many people out of here as we can?
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Riku's like struggling to get him back in the bag, and he's like, Rena, can you give me a hand? And you see him like coughing, and he's like, I don't know if we smelled worse before or after.
He helps you put his body back into the bag or the hole or wherever it goes. What'd you roll
Ooh,
for
a
the
19.
That's pretty good.
So 22 with my my modifier.
Okay. He looks at you and he goes, I will help under one condition. I'm allowed to go free after all is said and done.
I
What would
look
you
at him.
intend to do with your freedom?
Take my wyverns and go anywhere. Stay away from the roads. I don't want to be a brigand. Stay away from civilization. It's not done very well by me, and I've not done very well by it. Frankly, a peaceful glen for Glen sounds rather nice at this point.
Riku looks him up and down. Do I do I perceive that he is telling the truth or not? Or
Make
with
an
my
insight check. Yeah, make an
Yeah.
insight check.
Damn it.
You don't think he's lying necessarily. You see a look of weariness sort of pass across his face. You think this guy's been through a lot. I mean, he traveled with Axel as a mercenary or a bounty hunter for some time. He got lost on a mission and then lost his arm. Was saved by creatures he probably didn't understand a lot about and who didn't understand him. Helped them raise monstrous beasts who he himself has taken to quite dearly. You saw the way in which he treated the wyverns with a tenderness almost, the way that somebody would treat a horse or a griffin. And you can just see that he looks tired more than anything. And so, I don't know. It's up to you whether or not you believe him.
Riku's gonna
Friends, I
say,
believe him.
given the circumstances, we need all the help we can get. Uncup him.
They kind of look at you, and Irina nods as they look
Like,
to her.
If he does anything sketchy, he's dead, Riku says.
They slowly uncuff him, and he goes, I thank you. Rubs his wrists. What is it you need me to do?
We need your support.
So, how much control over these wyverns do you have? You think if we went to their camp, you think we'd be able to get
First
them out
and
of the
foremost,
goblin
no.
hands?
Hold on. First and foremost, could you possibly get us some intelligence? And then give us some information.
I can. Do you want the information now or the intelligence now?
Yeah, what is the current strategy and battle plan from your perspective? Let's get that. And then after, we'd like you to maybe go behind enemy lines and get us an update on, see if things have changed, and then report back to us before we continue with what we have planned. And then he looks in the room. He's like, "No one say anything." Oh, we had planned, just in case he double crosses us.
He sort of nods slowly. My understanding of the battle plan was that we would continuously raid the north and the east on our wyverns, while the large contingency of forces hit the western shield tower today, probably at dawn, though I don't know the specifics. Once that happened, and we could tell that battle was raging on the western side, if it looked like more and more troops were being diverted to the west, a small contingency would cross in the east along boats, and from the south in boats, and that the wyverns in the north would swoop in to try to perform a bit of a flanking maneuver on the troops in the shield tower. I mean, half of the wyvern forces are probably now scattered, to be honest. In terms of the situation, I suspect it's not that different than what I last heard. My understanding was that you destroyed some of the boats in the south, so maybe smaller forces at this point will invade from the south and the east. Half of the wyverns are gone, therefore probably a lot less damage will be done in that regard.
Question:
Yes?
the remaining wyverns and their riders, do they follow you or do they follow orders from your superiors?
They followed their riders specifically, although I was not so well at controlling the riders themselves. They looked more towards their goblin superiors. I led them as the most knowledgeable rider, less so as an actual battle commander. First among equals, if you will. There is one thing you should know, and it pains me to reveal this information, but I think it's important. There is a sound that terrifies wyverns like no other. The roar of a dragon. If you can simulate such a thing, you may scatter them away from the battle, as they will be too afraid to come in the area.
So you made a noise like this. Minor illusions,
Does any-
dragon roar.
Is it like a big, loud one or a small? Like, how loud can you make that with minor illusion?
I just think it's like, I don't think it's. I think it's like a normal audible level. I think it's not like other spells where they're like it's a booming sound that travels for miles.
Yeah, so
I think
Okay.
from a whisper to a scream.
yeah.
Gotcha. And he goes, something like that should do the trick, though I think it would probably need to be a bit louder.
I'd
Rico looks just for venom.
yeah, so I'd let's see.
I think
Thaumaturgy do
there's
that.
spells that can do that. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, so I guess I'd clear my throat, and I would try to to copy the simulated dragon roar that Riku just made as best as I'm able to.
With thaumaturgy?
Yeah, because I can't like thaumaturgize a minor illusion. Like it has to be my own voice.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
I have to try to like recreate the dragon noise as best as I can.
Give me a performance check.
Fuck.
They all sort of look at you. Not. It wasn't very good, to be honest.
Well, I'm a cleric of the Raven Queen, not the Dragon Queen. I did my best.
Glenn sort of looks at you and
I
goes, "Can you squawk like a raven?"
And then I make an even worse Raven sound than the dragon roar.
Okay, I take it back.
I was too busy to acquire
Maybe
black.
instead you yell dragon. You yell dragon, and then I'll make my noise.
Or maybe if we combined our minor illusions.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
Maybe. I'm sorry if I'm not being helpful enough. Would you like me to? Sorry, what was it you would like me to do? Fly back to the north?
I was thinking maybe like if you had enough control over the wyverns, if we were able to bring a small infiltration force to their camp, we might be able to you know steal the wyverns and bring it back here for our own forces to use.
You see him thinking.
Or at least divert them away from the battle. And then
Any-
we could use any sort of information you might be able to gather about what's what's in store for us next in case their plans have changed.
He sort of turns to you, Riku, as you say this. It would be easier for me to go back up and attempt to divert the wyverns or free them and cause them to flee. Although that then puts quite a large target on my back. I am willing to give it a try if that's what you would like me to do. Though I'm unsure how well this will go. Bringing them back feels like, well, that sounds like an impossible task.
Yeah, I don't think that's not in the picture. Don't even. But yeah, no, I could give you a call. Riku says, in case you find out any relevant information and aren't able to meet back with us, you can just run away.
I don't know if that is the best use of one of your third level spell slots.
All right, fine. You don't want to know his information then?
I mean, he
You
hasn't
can
been
just
away
make up
from
the
that
plan.
long. I don't know how much more he'd be able to find out. And there's always the chance that they have someone with mind reading abilities or something who are able to find out that he's working for us now. Then they would just imprison him and then drastically change the plan, which we have no idea about. I think having him, maybe like because with the other wyvern we'd captured, your broom and my wings, the three of us plus Glenn could get to the wyvern camp. Maybe cause a distraction or something while he frees the wyverns and gets them all to flee, and at least that'll take their aerial game out of the equation. And maybe if we're lucky, Sir Venom and Riku can hop on a couple wyverns and bring them back, so we can have 4 wyverns on our side.
Irina looks at you as you present this plan, and how does that help us at the Western Gate?
It would be more so to cripple their flanking capabilities. We take away their air superiority, they wouldn't be able to send the wyverns at us from the north. And then if we're able to get a couple back with us, you can have Glenn on his, but put Vincent on another, and then put a couple of strong archers or spellcasters on the other two, and they'd be able to do a pretty good job harrying the Western forces from the air. Or
You can
even
see her
having
thinking.
even having a couple people just on patrol, have one of the put someone on a wyvern who can scout the the south, the north, and the east, and be able to report back to us a lot more quickly if they're sending anyone else in.
And one of them leans across the table at you. And what do we do if that flying wizard, whatever he was, that creature comes back?
Run away very, very quickly.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Gotta get that.
He looks pretty disheartened at your words, turns away, spits on the ground, looks to Irina. We need a miracle. She's standing there looking rather crestfallen. And it's at that moment that another man barges in and goes, "Lieutenants, they're beginning their assault. They're forming arms and rank in front of the western gate. I think it's finally happening. I just sprinted here from the shield tower." And you can see that he's like breathing heavily, hands on his knees. She turns to him. "All right. Well, we need to do something, and quickly. Make a decision. I'm going to step over and say a prayer to Lathander. And then, well, you tell me the plan, then we'll enact it." She steps away and she's looking towards the east out of the window, towards the rising sun. And you can see her making some sort of prayer.
No, well, Glenn, do you think you'd be able to divert the wyverns? Get them to just fly off?
I will try. I will. I'll do my best. I'll give it a go.
Okay, what Riku, Vincent, what do you think? Should one or more of us go with them, or should we
I'll
stay here?
volunteer to ride a wyvern if you want.
Yeah,
I'll
Glenn,
patrol on one, but I
you
can
think that
take the other one.
wyvern would let Vincent ride it?
Sort of looks at Vincent. No issues against Vincent. It's just simply the amount of outnumberedness is going to be rough. It's going to be the two of us against like 10 or more wyvern riders potentially.
Oh, he'll blend right in, Riku says, according to Venom.
Oh. I mean, then sure, he can come if he wants to.
Vincent looks confident and stands up.
Irina comes back to the table. So,
This is Vincent Demon Slayer right here.
What's the plan? One to go to the north with Glenn, and the others to come to the western wall with the rest of us?
Sure. Try to
Yeah,
boat people out of here.
Gotcha. I believe that we should have all the townsfolk brought to the city center. And at that point, we can begin loading them into small craft, women and children first, as many as possible. And one of the lieutenants nods, and he makes his way out. The rest of you, let's get to the walls. Those of you who are going to go to the north, do as you need. Glenn, Vincent, I wish you luck. Lieutenants, for Prestige Sword Coast. And they walk out. As she looks at you and you're standing there, the sun is rising brighter and brighter in the east, and it's streaming through the windows until... Give me a perception check, everyone.
Oh, God, I'm rolling like shit.
The only person who can tell that something's slightly off here is going to be Vincent. Vincent, you can see a small, dark speck flying from the sun in the general direction of Prestige Sword Coast that is rapidly getting bigger and bigger. It's almost like a hawk in free fall, speeding towards Prestige Sword Coast headquarters.
I'd go, guys, and I would point in that direction.
Glenn himself looks over, tries to block out as much of the sun as possible. No wyvern flies that fast. And Irina looks at it too. What in the devils is that?
I'd whip out my magic spyglass to try to after Vincent points it out to try to get a better look at it.
Okay, try to do so. At disadvantage because of the sun.
Okay.
25? Yeah, 25.
25
That's
plus
pretty good.
So 26.
You think it's a slightly less bright ball of fire, but it's strange because you think it seems to have wings. It's seems to be carrying something, spindly little legs, maybe even. And as you try to focus on it, it goes in and out of focus because it's moving so quickly until you realize it's probably suddenly too close. And you can hear Irina gasp and noise from outside as a large, flaming creature with odd extremities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arms, what appears to be ribbons for legs, and several wings at odd angles filled with flame lands in the courtyard. That's
Oh,
the
he's probably not one of ours.
and she looks at you all. Do you not know of this creature? And Irene is looking at you with like joy on her face.
I don't know. Would any of us have recognized it from our various studies and travels?
I would say Riku, you can make a arc. You could Riku, if there's some sort of like bardish check that you want to try to make, you can do so. Sir Venom, you can make a religion check. Vincent, if there's some sort of check you think you can make to know of this creature, go for it.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Nothing for you, Riku.
I'll just look puzzled.
Okay. This is the visage of the Morning Lord, the angel of sun himself. And she runs out and out to see the creature.
Does it have a bow and
We
arrow?
should
Does.
we should probably follow Irina. Glenn, stay
Yeah.
with us for now.
He will. And as you come outside, you can see Irina stepping forward and asking, "Are you the visage of the Morning Lord?" To which the creature, in your minds, responds with a series of images that shows the sun and a man walking through fields, causing flowers to bloom in his wake. You can see Barovia bathed in sunlight and the mists burning off, the valley becoming beautiful. You can see the shadows across people's faces in the towns of Valaki and Barovia and Krezk being lifted as they look up into the sky as this creature flies over the place that you left. And she looks back, Irina looks back at you with tears streaming down her face, joy upon her smile. Thander sends us an emissary, I suspect. To you.
So Barovia is okay.
It seems it from the images that he just projected into your mind.
And,
To
I
you,
guess also in my mind, I'd want to ask him, like, do you know of Rictavio Richtofen, whatever his full name was?
Rudolph Van Richten?
Yeah, Rudolph Van Richten. Our friend got transported back there recently. Is he in this new Barovia?
There is just sort of like a not like a negative response, but like a no, basically transmitted back to you at this time.
Oh, he went back to Darkon, not Barovia. Okay, I remember him.
And he looks at all of you and he projects into your mind another set of images. This one of two people walking on a road through a valley, one of who is Glenn, the other who is your friend Axel. He projects into your mind the four of you sitting with a halfling at a bar talking about a heist at a casino. But the focus once again appears to be on Axel. And images flash through your mind of all these different moments you've had with Axel from the start in that heist all the way up through Barovia and the adventures you've had slaying dragons, fighting battles, and now, until the image of you dragging him out of the portable hole onto the table comes to your minds, and lingers. He lingers on that image.
Can you help him,
You
our friend?
get the affirmative of a feeling, and
Riku.
again,
And then I would shake Riku. Like, get them out.
as you're dragging him out of the bag, you get another image projected into your minds, and it's Riku telling the water baron to effectively go fuck himself as they cowardly take their leave from the town of Yartar. And Irina, holding the image of Lathander as her holy symbol, looks at you all again and goes, I think this is only possible because we are staying.
Yeah, we're the good guys.
It recognizes our courage and our bad attitude.
Let's put Axel here.
Is he dead still? Yeah, the dead body of Axel.
Dead body of Axel. Because we will switch over to the other fight happening. Axel, can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
It's regular.
Yes.
12.
You cannot move. You cannot do anything. You are paralyzed as the poison seeps through your body, and you feel yourself struggling to fight it. But the terror in your mind of the Futro Din being above you as you submerged into this blood, the terror of falling into this liquid as you cannot move, all of it begins to take you. You see a brilliant flash of blinding sunlight, however, as the blood begins to burn away and dissipate. You hear spells crackle above you. You feel a ribbon wrap around your chest and pull you bodily out of the liquid. You feel yourself leaving this place as a creature of fire and limbs lifts you forth, blocking whatever spells the Futro Din attempts to send your way momentarily as the two of you leave. You all see this celestial creature, because to call it an angel feels wrong based on what you're seeing. But you see the celestial creature reach its hand directly into Axel's chest and place another hand on his head. And then he is back to life. Axel.
See Riku like drop to his knees and then like fucking grab Axel. He's like, "You did it! Thank you so much. I don't even know what to call you." He looks to Irina.
I didn't think this would happen. This is a miracle. Can we fend off the horde? And she looks to the, not the angel, but the celestial at this, and you don't get a sense of like reassured victory from this creature. You get a sense of perseverance.
I think maybe now we can. Riku puts his hand on Axel's shoulder, and he's like, maybe with this creature's help, you know, we might have the power to succeed.
What health is Axel at?
You're actually at the health that you were at from the fight with Artemis and Shuri.
Okay, that's pretty good. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted.
No, I wanted to tell you that.
Yeah.
So all good. Looking around, you are somewhat rejuvenated. Do you still wish to split up the party in the way that you were talking about by sending Glenn to the north with Vincent?
I'd rather stay together.
Yeah. Axel wakes up and is like, what? Is very confused about everything that just happened, and needs the TLDR. What's going on? What the hell? Who are you? What the hell is this? And what's going on?
This weird flaming umbrella with a bunch of arms,
What's-
just like that you wake up to.
This guy just saved your ass, Riku said.
Oh my god.
Irina prayed him here, and it came and saved you.
Yeah, basically, like the leaders fucked off. It's just basically us now. Glenn's our boy again, and we're under attack right now.
Hold up. Are you telling me Victor ran away?
He did, like a
Yeah.
coward.
Axel has just a disappointed look on his face.
And Riku smiles and like puts his hands on his shoulders, like, you should have seen how much shade we threw him. Oh boy.
Okay. So I'm assuming the invasion is imminent.
Oh yeah.
What's our plan?
Yeah, it's concurrent.
We're in the
with
last hour here.
conversation.
Things are looking dire, friend. Not gonna
They're
lie.
attacking the west, right now. We were gonna send Glenn to try to fuck with the Wyverns, but at this point, we got you back. We got our celestial buddy here. It probably better to keep the defense together.
I still think Glenn should do his plan, but we should keep Vincent with us.
How long till our army arrives?
None of us know.
None of us know.
Shrug. I mean, there's the
Hopefully
same.
they'll be here
You
soon.
said we have an hour. You said we have an hour until.
Roughly, yeah.
All right.
I mean, they're forming ranks right now outside of the western gate, so any assistance you can give within the next hour would be appreciated.
Let's take a quick look at the battle map, like the city map.
Is this guy staying with us? The celestial guy?
He has not yet left.
What? Okay. I thought he was gonna fuck off. Okay, this is
So
what the hell that means?
this gate right here is broken. That's the one we were fought at
Yeah.
before. And then this
Yeah.
gate, this is the other only. This is the only. This is it.
This is where they're lining up to attack.
I think we have two options.
Is this where the wyverns are?
Shit.
Yes, they're in the north there somewhere.
I think one option would be go outside the walls and we just take the fight to them. The other might be like if we make it seem like we abandon the city and just leave it completely empty, and then we set up like booby traps and wait for them to come in, and then we just like ambush them once they get inside of the city.
Ooh. I
Hold
like
on.
that one. But this could be a two-prong attack where we could try to like still do what we were doing before, was like try to usher people out, get them out of the city, and then on the other end they'd be people, the baddies coming in while we're getting the people out. And then I guess we'd probably have to manage the people, making sure they're not being killed over here, while also trying to like you said, get other people around to like go behind the people going back in or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
When was the last time we heard like an attack from the trebuchets? Are they still slinging rocks at us?
Not in your direction. You can step outside and look in the direction into the sky or fly up and see this very easily. They are currently bombarding the shield tower.
Okay, so they have not run out of ammo yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, my only concern with sending out people on boats is they might be easy pickings for the trebuchets.
The city has to have like an underground like sewer system or something, like a. But then it's in like the city's weird because it's just like a city in the water. It looks like.
So Irina actually pipes up and she goes, actually, most of the sewage just goes into the river. The joke is all of our shit flows downstream to water deep in Baldur's Gate.
Huh.
That's
Okay.
pretty poor hygiene, but problem for another day.
Well, we get clean water from the north and then it all just gets never. Anyways,
Sir Venom, can you still do the thing where we can breathe underwater or like walk on water? Isn't there something you can do like that? Or like-
Let's see if I can still do that. Oh yes, they are both ritual spells. Water walk is for 1 hour. Water breathing is for 24 hours.
Because if if these guys are all just like focused on here, and we get people like citizens, all we have to do is give them like a bow. Actually, how many like civilians do we are the civilians evacuated, or is that what you're talking about as far as getting people out?
so there are currently about 2,000 or 3,000 civilians left in town.
Oh my god. We need to give them. We need to we need to talk to them. I think Riku, you need to fucking razz them up. Get them. Anybody who can hold a crossbow or a bow or a sword or a shield, you need to fucking.
Irina pipes up at this and she goes, I mean, they already kind of are. And just as a reminder, the breakout of troops, I'm just like pulling up something that has this. The breakout of troops is roughly along the lines of 800 townsfolk are armed and ready to fight. You had about 200 members of Prestige Sword Coast, but Irina currently puts that down to about 100. They probably lost half their guys. You've probably lost 50 of the town guard, and you've probably lost 50 of the shields of Yartar. Most of the townsfolk themselves have actually been kept out of the fighting, and they're just like responding to the buildings when they get bombed by the siege engines. And the Sword Coast militia, or the Sword Coast mercenaries, and then the militia and the shields of Yartar are the only real fighting folk that you have. So the other, if there's 2,500 folk within town, 800 of them are ready to fight. 1,500, 1,600 kind of can't.
So, what we need is there like it's got to be like a bell, like a church bell we could ring that would signal everyone to assemble in like a town square or something.
And Irina points to this section on the map and says,
Yeah.
we could do that. We can get them all in the town square.
Yeah, and we need Riku to get in front of everybody and just be like, your leaders have abandoned you, but we're here to save the day, that kind of speech. And tell them it's either fight or just die,
Tell them there's no escape.
I mean, if they try to run, they'll probably die. Fighting's their only option to where they
not die.
Yeah. They've been abandoned by their leadership. But
There's
fortunately, we're here. Yeah.
Speech that needs delivering, I can do it.
Yeah. So, and then we'll get like a bunch of people on this wall, and then where we could all hit them from the side, like as a group, instead of like what we did before, where it was like one go from the side and everybody else just stands at like a choke point and just fights that way. We're all just gonna hit them from the side, and then our army's gonna show up and they're gonna hit them from this way. We're gonna hit them from this way. People are gonna be shooting at them from there, and then yeah, it's not gonna be pretty.
For us or the goblins?
Anybody. It's not gonna be pretty for the goblins. It's not gonna be pretty for us. It's not gonna be pretty for the townspeople.
Riku just kind of like,
ready to
he's
fight.
like, I like the sounds of things, but what about the guy? You know, Riku kind of like looks back, like scratches his hand. What about the guy who put you in the dirt?
Well, what? And then, but we got this thing here, and with this guy, kind of nods
Lord-
over to the fire.
Lord of the Morning? Is that what you called him, Irina?
It would be the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
Morning Lord.
I can bring it back if you want, or I can put the
Yeah, I
Morning
think
Lord here.
we're good with the map. I just wanted to
Yeah.
communicate that. Yeah, surely this guy can keep
His,
him occupied.
His iconography, is that like related to my sword at all? Like any symbols on my sword?
Yeah, actually, make a perception check on it.
Can I show him my bow? Compare it to his.
Your bow looks very, very different than his. His looks to sort of seem to have like fiery designs on it. Riku, as you touch the hilt of your sword, you hear the voice inside the blade, and you can hear it go, "Is that the Morning Lord? No. What? It is the Morning Lord. He made me."
Get out of here. You know him? Riku just like pulls out his sword and then like, you know, boom, the blade comes out.
The Morning Lord actually looks to you as you do this, and you sort of get this like nod of approval, and the blade says in your mind, "Yeah, of course I fucking know him. He designed me, he made me. I don't know how I ended up in that place where you found me, but he's a good dude. I mean, he's a real fighter. Lathander's not necessarily left-hand man, because Lathander doesn't really have hands in that way, but you get the idea, right? Like, this guy's a high-powered celestial."
Riku, you know, you see Riku kind of just like tilt his head when he pulls his sword out, and then like looks at you guys, and then just kind of conveys what, you know, his sword just told him to the rest of the group.
So what you're telling me is this guy can create sentient swords.
I'm sure he's capable of so much more. Riku puts his sword
So,
away. He
so
brought you back
yeah.
just like without even trying.
Do you know this foot rodent guy?
There is a projection of emptiness into your minds, and you get the sense that he doesn't know the Futurodin, but that it's not for lack of trying, and that there's a sense of confusion about it.
Okay, well,
Riku like puts his hand on Axel's shoulder. He's like, he's the one put my friend in that state you saw him before.
yeah.
Riku says.
There's a sense of acknowledgement sent over the wavelengths.
You're pretty much the main thing we need. It would be awesome. I'm not going to order you around because obviously who's going to order you around? But it would be cool if that guy shows up, if you just kind of kept him occupied and kept him off our ass.
There is a sense of cold resolve from the celestial over the wavelengths to you all. And in fact, there's almost like a grim pleasure to it.
Okay, so that's a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Like this dude.
All right, so that answers that question, Riku.
Well, there we go. This guy's here to stay.
And
I think we're okay now.
my last question is, why is Glenn not in chains? What is this?
We
Right.
decided Glenn's with us now.
He was so
Things were
moved
looking
by your
dire.
death. Yeah, he agreed to help us out as long as we let him go like live in the mountains and
In exchange for
grow
his freedom.
turnips or whatever afterwards.
Glenn, you're a city boy. What are you gonna do living in the mountains?
He sort of looks at you. A lot has changed, Axel, ever since I lost the arm, ever since we lost touch. I just want the quiet. I used to look at the griffins, the way that they flew through Waterdeep, and think that was real freedom. I've kind of found that through the wyverns. And they respect me, and I respect them, and
Okay.
to you again, he looks exhausted. And he looks, in particular, emotionally exhausted.
So you're gonna help us in exchange for us just letting you go and live in the woods.
I mean,
That's it.
that's kind of what I want, but I'm open to other ideas, I guess.
I mean, it's not like we couldn't go visit him, Axel.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
Teleport and shit.
I mean, I was thinking if he would say that part of the conditions was he took his wyverns, and then I was gonna, try to. Are you taking your wyvern? I assume you're taking your wyvern. I mean, I've kind of claimed the one that I took.
That you mounted.
Yeah. Does
Well,
Glenn
you
have
see,
how
Axel,
does-
Asserted
I was
dominance
actually
over it.
gonna take that one.
No, I just want. What do you say about that, Glenn? How do you feel about me taking one of your wyverns?
I mean, I don't love it, but you can't have my wyvern. You could have that other rider's wyvern if you really need. I won't fight you on that, Axel. I don't
Yeah.
want to fight you.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we come to an agreement after this. Having a friend who raises and trains wyverns that can be ridden doesn't sound terrible.
I can call him. He says.
Okay. Well, all right then. Let's get the people assembled in the square. Let them know what's going on.
Hey, as you wish.
Vincent would walk up to Axel and give him a hug and say, "It's good to have you back."
Yeah. Where's did that guy leave too that you wanted me to?
Yeah, he pussied out.
Oh,
He hightailed it out of here as soon as the bad guy showed up.
well,
He's just a terrible person.
yeah. Well, I didn't need much of a reason to do it before, but now it's just, geez, am I right?
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So you guys want to
What,
go specifically? Where should I bring us?
To
Just
that
so we're
spot
clear.
you marked on the wherever. Well, we got to ring the bell to let everyone know
Okay.
that we need to assemble.
Okay.
Quick town meeting.
Gotcha. We will do a quick town meeting in the square. It has been prepared for battle, as the invasion has been expected for some time. You see barricades all over the place. You see. I feel like the sizing, the scaling isn't right, but it's okay. We will get a ton of villagers in here for you, but you're in the town square.
Yes. Riku will find a nice little soapbox for Riku to get on top of.
You should definitely do it next to have like the Morning Lord standing at your back or something to make you look super fucking impressive.
What I would do is I would take my broom and throw it out in front of me and stand on it and kind of make it give me a little perch
That's classy.
above everybody.
Okay. And yeah, you are able to get out around everyone so everyone can see you in the center of the town square and hear you.
I'd be like, I don't know, 15, 20 feet up. People can clearly see me from like all angles. And I'd say, people of Yartar, things do not look good.
There's like muttering in the crowd. They like look at each other. Oh no.
But times of darkness, if you just look for the light, things can change in an instant. Riku kind of like looks back at the group, like, specifically at, this big guy.
Yeah, the Celestial, the Morning Lord, sort of flares actually a little bit as you say this.
The winds of change are in the air. people. We've been given a chance here, but we can't do it alone. And unfortunately for all of you and us collectively, we've run out of options and we're left with no choice but to fight. And it kills me to ask you this, but Riku holds his his hand out. He's like, "We need you to join the fray, those willing and able, in any way possible. Doesn't have to be, with the sword directly. Perhaps a bow and arrow. You can be in like a window or something. But there's bad people coming. You need to be able to defend yourself."
There's more muttering. There's sort of a section of the crowd who you can see fear rippling through on one side. What sort of check would you like to make as you do this?
Persuasion.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think.
Play my song.
I think we're okay.
So with a natural 20 and plus 15, they all sort of hear you, and neighbors look at one another. Several of them put hands on shoulders and hold their loved ones. You can see a grim determination shifting through the crowd. They are scared. They're terrified. The goblin horde is upon their doorstep.
All right.
But
Well,
they are preparing to fight.
Yeah, Rico sees them starting to rally, pulls his sword out and holds it up in the air. He's like, "Remember what you fight for." He's like, "Look around you." He's like, "This is what we fight for." He's like, "Because today it's here, tomorrow it may be gone. Remember that."
Vincent
there's-
cheers.
A bunch of cheers at this point, and the crowd's like, "Yar tar, yar tar, yar tar."
And then like
Let's
Rico
go
just
get
starts
'em.
like fist pumping with his sword. The defense of
I'd,
Yartar starts now.
I'd use thaumaturgy because since his sword's made of flame, I'd brighten it to make it look even more epic and godly.
And the cheering turns into a roar, and you can see that the sort of grim determination of the crowd turns into this sort of like steely-eyed look across their faces. They're ready to fight for their homes.
I'm ready to run through a wall for you.
Love
Now let's all paint our faces.
it. War
Faces.
paint montage.
All right. And then we tell them what we need them to do.
To evacuate in the boats sorry, what is it specifically you would like them to do?
Anybody who's capable of fighting,
Hey.
we need them
Okay.
to. Yeah, the whole point of this was to get them
Yeah.
to raise their confidence and,
Morale boost before the end.
Gotcha.
Then get the people who truly can't fight out, and then the people who can fucking muster their their energy to join us.
Gotcha.
Or even if they can't fight, anyone who can like help wounded, like evacuate wounded from the battlefield and
I'm
tend to
saying
wound,
people too can
wounds
just
and
like
stuff.
hide in buildings and like shoot from like windows or like throw bricks at people and shit.
Yep. Yeah, totally. They are preparing to do all of that and more. Evacuate folks, hide in buildings, fight where they can fight.
Guerrilla tactics, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, they're preparing to do all of that. What would you like to do now? Would you like to go join in the battle on the Western Front? Do you want to do something elsewhere?
I think with our newfound friend, we need to go to the front line.
Yeah. Let's take the fight to them. Let's.
We should definitely take 10 minutes to get the telepathic link up.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
We can
And
do
who do you
that.
want in that?
Yeah, everyone, like the roosters, Irina. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get the sense that the Morning Lord like can already like tap into that or talk to our minds.
Seemed like it.
It's probably a safe bet.
Let's see, how many? And then if Irina has like 3 like lieutenants or someone that she thinks should be like included in it to help like coordinate, especially if we have to like fall back to emergency teleportation circle out of here.
Honestly, they're already at the front lines. There's basically nobody else with you. It's just you guys for this.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Okay.
take the 10 minutes to do it, you can include Irina. That's not an issue. But anyone else beyond that sort of thing is probably beyond your ability at the moment.
Is there like a lead civilian, like someone in charge of our ragtag group of misfits?
Not really, because the Water Baron and Erwin fled.
I think we're good with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then do you guys want the water breathing?
I think water breathing
Or are
would
we
be
just
good.
gonna?
Yeah, I think because we want to get in the water
Sure.
and kind of flank them. We don't want to get them head on. Because
Oh, you want to do like SEAL Team 6 stuff here?
yeah, because the people will be on the walls shooting at them, and that'll kind of like, so they're gonna have to worry about people shooting at them from the walls, and then we're gonna hit them from the side, and then if we're lucky, our army shows up and hits them from the other side, and then yeah.
Are we having Glenn trying to go off and do his thing, or is he with us?
No, he's gonna fight. He's gonna be next to us.
Okay. He will be with you on a wyvern. Would you like a wyvern as well?
I think that would, because I want to keep the group together as much as possible. Like, I don't want to have anybody like split off too far, because I think that's what hurt us in that last fight that we did. Was that we were split in two.
I think maybe having Vincent on a wyvern might not be bad because he's got crazy range, and that would give him because the wyverns had what 60 movement speed.
Yeah, they're pretty fast in the air.
Sure. Will we be connected? We're mind connected or the telepathy or whatever. Will we have that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'd
So
still
that's
be able to
fine.
talk to him.
So if we need him to come in and get in on like
It's like
ground
walkie-talkie,
level
maybe.
stuff, then that's good.
But I like the idea of having Vincent like raining death from above.
So yeah, I mean that's our plan. Yeah.
Okay. I will bring you over to the shield tower, and we can begin that battle.
Tower defense.
All right, all right.
Tower defense is right. I'm going to drop a few things in here. Up a few guys. Give Glenn his wyvern.
Oh, and I would have.
And-
I guess I would have included Glenn in all like the ritual stuff too. I forgot he was with us.
Gotcha. Wyvern token. All right, we're going to put Glenn on the wyvern. And did you want a wyvern for Vincent? Okay.
Oh yeah.
And let me just connect you to it, Vincent.
Just
All right.
foreshadowing the griffin riding.
Yeah, you are riding a wyvern. As you approach the shield tower, let me give you a description here. The Celestial is flying. Vincent and Glenn, you are flying. The rest of you, as you approach the shield tower, you can hear the goblin war drums beyond the walls. They've not yet begun the assault, but you see the troops manning the walls. And actually, there's more than this. There's You basically have a pretty decent sized contingency here, ready to fight. But like, there's just not enough of them in general, because there's not enough troops left in general, sadly. And those that are left are taking their station seriously, but you can see that they are scared. On the other side of the walls, you hear reports of warg riders. It looks like they've got warg riders. I think there's some ogres back there amongst the trees. And you can see, what appears to be a decent chunk of the army spread out as far as the eye can see through the gate, which is like a portcullis gate, so it's got iron bars, and you can just see straight through it. It's not like a big wooden gate, but a really big, strong iron portcullis that latches into the ground. So there's a big frame for it to latch down into the ground. The gatehouse is less like a gatehouse than it is just a fortified roofed bunker for the portcullis itself, with winches on each side. So big winches here and here that are used to raise and lower it. And then the walls of the shield tower are really thick stone. They're about 10 feet thick in most places. It looks rather impenetrable, like you can't get through it easily. And it sits on this little causeway of land with the river running underneath it. You can hear the war drums beating. Is there anything you would like to do before we start this fight?
Am I able to like get a spell up or something?
Sure.
Were we gonna come from the water?
I think
Like
so,
something had to come from the side?
but yeah, that
You guys are welcome to. I can change where you're at if you'd like.
yeah, cause so is the wall? This is the wall, right? What is the wall? I'm trying to.
This is the wall here.
Oh, okay.
And then there's more. In fact, I'll put some guys up on the wall here and here, because there is wall there. There's like a second
Oh,
portcullis gate into the
I
city
see.
itself.
I was looking at it I was looking at the map completely wrong. Okay. I see. Yeah. I was so confused. All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
There is a secondary wall there. But...
So I'll just move my token around just to show you like what I was thinking.
Okay.
That we'd get in the water and then kind of like come at them from like the side here or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. If you would like to do that, I can start you elsewhere.
Yes, we guys, because if we won't, I'll only do it though if it's with the other fellas though. I'm not solo
No,
flanking.
you're not going in solo again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of like these walls here, Riku says. I like these walls.
All right.
But
no,
I mean, I don't know. There's a big army over there. It's like I don't know if the walls are actually going to help. Riku's like thinking it over. He's like, I don't know.
It's just there's not much I can do if hiding behind a wall.
Yeah, true.
I'll just throw my javelins.
I'll go with you. You know, if we want to go, we can go as a unit. I'm down.
Yeah. Because this is what are these things riding? Do we say what monsters those are that these guys are riding?
Wargs.
Wolves?
Wargs.
They look like some kind of
Warg.
Star Wars thing. Okay.
A giant wolf thing.
Yeah.
It's like the things that they ride in Lord of the Rings, actually.
So what do you think, Sir Venom? Do we hide behind the wall or do we bring it to them? I'm good with either one.
I think you and me would be a lot more use up close and personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can get Spirit Guardians up, and like just basically sprint through a crowd and take out a ton of them.
Okay. All right. And then maybe
I don't know,
Irina. What is that?
How
Irina's going to be acting as like general, basically.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say minus where her skill set is, and then Glenn's flying.
Stay here.
You're gonna stay here. All right.
No, Irina can stay
Irina's
here.
Are you coming? Glenn, I know how,
Yeah.
or not Glenn, Riku, I know how much you like getting in the fray.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I'm ready to get in there.
All right, nice.
I would cast haste if like I'm allowed to before we get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right before
I
shit
would-
started, I would chug a potion of speed.
Okay. So what I will say is let me start the encounter. Go ahead and roll initiatives, and then I will go ahead and roll initiative.
Shoot.
And then you want a haste on yourself, Riku, and a haste on yourself, Axel. Is that right?
Yeah. Should we put ourselves where we want to be, or are we starting in the castle?
I would say, wherever you're using the potions of speed, that's where you're gonna like start
Alright.
from. So
So
if you want to be like, I would say you can be no further than like this here.
yeah, we would. Sir Venom and Axel would start.
Okay. And Riku, are you with them or are you okay? You're with them.
Nice.
If we're able to like do a free thing beforehand, I'd get Spirit Guardians up. That's a 10 minutes ago. That's a 10-minute long spell.
Okay. Do you have here? I might have it. Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm on my tablet, so I don't have my my Spirit Guardian aura.
No, you're good. I got it. Let's see. Spirit Guardian Aura. And okay, cool. So that's attached to you, Sir Venom. You're all good with that. It looks like everybody has rolled initiative except
shit.
for Axel and Sir Venom.
Come on. All right.
Oh, I thought I did. I got a 19.
Oh no, you did. Interesting. Why didn't it get recorded? All good. I tossed it in manually. And to start the battle, as the drums are beating, they see you approaching from the water side, and they stop and they begin screaming in Goblin. Something that you suspect means to attack. What would you like to do? Riku.
Like, are we in initiative order?
Sorry, Riku. Yeah.
Riku.
Riku. Let's see here.
Yep. Don't hold back.
I'm gonna run up to this thing over here. And I am gonna swing at it.
Hell yeah.
22 hit.
Oh yeah. 22 hits.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I have +2 AC currently. But I'm also going to throw a little bit of spice on top of that. The D10 here.
Okay.
So 21 AC is what I'm looking at right now.
Nice.
Here's attack numero dos. Oh, it's not.
That's also a hit.
Cool.
Damn. How much total damage is that? That's over 26 points of damage, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's like 34 points of damage by the looks of it. How would you like to do this as you kill both Warg Rider and Goblin atop it?
Well, you see Riku, you see him standing there, and then all of a sudden you see him standing in front of the Warg Rider and the Goblin, and then you just see his arm go up in the air, and then just like blood go flying, and then them just fall. then he zips away again.
Samurai style.
He's gonna use his follow up. This is his hasted attack here.
Okay. You are able to take out only the one goblin because you're only within one range of that goblin, but you do kill that goblin as well. And you do see several of them sort of like turn in your direction and begin like shouting like to attack you. Is that your full turn, Riku, or is there anything else you can do?
there only one within range of me?
Yeah.
The one I killed?
Yep.
All right, then I'd wait. Yeah, I could still. I'd probably just run back behind this cart and kind of like duck, wait for the other boys to get up here.
Okay. Gotcha. Sir Venom, what would you like to do? You are next.
Well, let's see. Come on. So I'm going to use my action to sprint, and I am just going to sprint into the thick of these guys.
Okay, roll damage.
So 60 feet, and then these guys that I passed too.
You went
So
back.
all of them have to do wisdom save of 19, or take, let's see, was excited to upcast it because I was out of spell slots.
I nearly succeeded.
Oh, shitty roll. So they'll only take 9 radiant damage.
So the good news, they have 7 hit points.
Nice.
So basically, a lot of them are about to fall dead. I'm just gonna rip out everyone that you basically ran through here, instead of leaving them all on the ground. You probably get that one too. And you can see them falling as the ravens swirling around you begin just lacerating through them with radiant energy. That was your full turn because that was a dash. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I have 1 second level slot left. Do I use it for spiritual weapon? Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
We're going all in. I'll summon spiritual weapon and 60 feet. So I'll summon it. Ooh, let's see. The farthest War Rider, if I can. Yeah, so I'll summon him like right next to this guy over there. But I do not have a token for him.
I got you. Next to that Warg Rider right there.
Yep.
Cool. All right, go ahead and roll.
So
15 to
close the
hit. That is a
goblin doesn't need it.
hit.
Oh, wow. So that will be 12 force damage to that guy.
And it looks
Well, I
bloodied,
guess
actually.
to the goblin riding him.
Oh, to the goblin? Okay, so that
Yeah,
kills the
it makes-
goblin.
Oh, nice.
So I'll just put a little.
He just raven rocketed right through the goblin's skull.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's toast. No issues with that. And that's Umber's full turn as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can
And then
see
that's everything for me.
you can see a blur of fire as the celestial begins to fly to the north, away from the battle. And as you glance in that direction momentarily, you see a flying humanoid on the air.
Oh
So you
shit!
suspect Celestial's on his way to meet it.
Oh.
Tim,
Kick his
just
ass, Morning Lord. I'd send through the telepathic link.
Just gonna pull him off the map for now. They'll be
Voldemort.
battling off in the distance for a bit, you suspect.
Voldemort.
Axel, what would you like to do?
Yeah. It's gonna take me about 50 movement to get to this spot, and I want to take an attack on. I'm gonna try to take out these 2 guys. Reckless style. Actually, do I even need reckless? I don't even need reckless on these guys. Let's see. Yeah. And then, come on, damage. Hold on, 1? Wait, so it's 13. Oh, and I didn't rage, so, but.
You can rage. Well,
Yeah.
can you rage with the haste or not? Yeah, you can. I think that's fine.
Yeah. So I know.
Doesn't Great Weapon Master let you?
I didn't do Great Weapon
reroll
Master. I
ones?
didn't think. I acted in haste in doing my turn and forgot to Great Weapon Master, which is. Yeah. So
You kill one of them.
Kill
Actually,
one
you
of
kill
them.
you kill 2 of them because they're technically minions. So you just burn right through them.
All right. Then I will move on to
In fact, I'll just take them off.
these 2 guys right here.
Okay.
And these guys, I will recklessly Great Weapon Masters to make sure I don't fuck up.
Okay.
For 18 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
So yeah, it was. Oh yeah, I got damage, even though it's.
I think you rolled a 1 last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you burned right through them
Okay.
regardless. And so they fall to your axe as well, without any issue.
And then,
is there anything else you can do?
Because I'm hasting with the speed potion.
Oh, right.
So I get another, and then go for those 2 guys.
Okay.
Reckless Great Weapon Master. 33 to hit, and then the ceremonial damage.
Gotcha. And you burn through these 2 guys as well. You are a maelstrom of axe swings as you speed across the battlefield.
Yeah. And then I will, I'll stay. I assume they'll come to me, so I'll just stay in this spot.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Yeah, and it is their turn. They see the ravens swarming around Sir Venom, and they're going to give him a wide berth. They are going to engulf you, completely encircle you. And just doing the math on that, I think 1 or 2 will hit. I'm not going to roll that many times.
Yeah.
The rest are actually going to go. Gosh, let's see. Some are going to go for Riku. Not that many though. Just a bunch that sort of saw what happened. So like only like 5 or 6.
I see why Sir Venom didn't mind just jumping in. It's like, yeah, they're just gonna get. I was like, oh man, that's a maneuver, and then it's just like, no one wants to go near him.
Yeah, I remember that the Spirit Guardians could like one-shot the goblins.
Yeah, that was good.
So I'm just gonna like run around the battlefield, mowing all them
okay.
down.
I'm sure you'll throw out heals when we need them.
I would if I had any.
There are a lot more goblins that flood the battlefield. As they're just like coming up the road. On some level, it seems to be just like an absurd amount of goblins streaming towards you, because it's effectively the full army, all 10,000 or so potentially. I am going to roll a few times for hits. I think Axel, you're going to get hit once by the looks of. Actually, they have advantage on you, don't they?
Well, no, it's only the ones that I attacked had advantage, and they're dead.
Oh,
so
okay.
But also I have my AC's a 19 now because of the haste.
Okay.
So it's
then it's going to be 10% of the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to say one of them hits you. So I'll just roll 1 thing of damage here. That would be 5 points of damage. So go ahead and deal with that. And then Riku, what is your AC?
21.
Ooh, I'm going to roll a D100. If I get a 5 or lower, then they will hit you, and they'll do 1 thing of damage. If not, they're not going to hit you. So you are unscathed in this round. Sir Venom, several goblins do loose arrows at you. I'm not. What's your AC at this point?
23.
23. So I'm going to say only if they roll a 19 or 20. So again, 10%. and I'm going to say 10 of them. So one of them will hit you with a short bow attack. And that will do 7 piercing damage. That said, based on that logic, I think that 2 guys on the walls are also going to go down as they loose arrows, and that will be their full turn. You do see there is a very large ogre with a battering ram that comes rambling up the road. He's at the back of the column. He will begin his turn next turn. Are there other ogres? No. Rodin's not around. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Take this wyvern for a spin, of course.
All right. And actually, let me start you a little
Um,
closer. You can start there. Your wyvern was like perched on the roof.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little sweep. Fly
Okay.
over my boys. Oh, stay on there. That's as far as I can go.
With a single movement, yeah, that's about as far as you can go.
Okay. And we're just but I'm like up high, right? Up in
Yeah.
the air.
Yeah, you can be like 40 feet up or something.
Well, I don't want to go that far then. I want to go like this far so I have a little bit of room to turn back. But I'm gonna survey and then see that ogre, and I guess I'll well actually is the one flying thing still up down there by Sir Venom?
Flying Thing by Sir Venom? Oh, his Spirit Guardians?
No. Didn't I know he killed the ogre flying that thing.
Are you
That whole
talking about
thing's dead?
this thing down here?
No. What's this thing?
Oh, the warg is alive, the goblin rider is dead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot at the warg
Ah, okay.
to finish that thing off.
Gotcha.
Don't want any beasts around here.
Gotcha. It's totally within range, no issues there.
So 19
That is a hit.
for 26 damage.
That was exactly what you needed to kill it. So I will expand that token. That warg rider is dead. And
Very
you've got
good.
2 more attacks. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Then Vincent's gonna turn his sights to not the goblin, the orc holding the battering ram. And we're gonna have to start taking this guy out. So
Okay.
we'll unleash 2 snipe shots at him. Oh, that
Gotcha.
might miss. Is a 12 a miss? I assume.
12 is a miss. Yep.
I'm gonna redirect it to the warg next to him, right next to him.
Okay.
For 17.
That's a hit.
I get to re-roll that because it was a 1. And now 26 damage.
26 damage. That is a hit. That's pretty good. That's actually exactly what you need to take out
That's
the
same as the last time.
warg. Yeah. So the warg is dead. I'm just gonna put that on
Alright,
this side.
Now we'll try to hit the ogre one last time with the last shot.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey.
He'll get 25 damage.
All right. He has 25 damage. That arrow does not seem to do much to him at a glance. It hurts him. It's not like he's resistant or anything. You think he's just a big meaty boy.
I hope it doesn't affect the outcome of anything that just happened, but 21 minus 5 is 16, not 17, but I'm
Oh no,
sure.
sorry, that's all good.
Yeah, my brain was like,
Bad math by me.
It's okay. I just had to say it.
No, that's a good call.
Yeah. Nice.
Anything else you'd like to do, Vincent? That was your movement and your attack. Any bonus action?
No, just the last of my movement. I just want to fly in circles just to make sure I still got this thing under control.
Gotcha.
Still
Yeah.
likes me.
Glenn gave you some tips, and your animal handling is good enough for now, I'll say. Actually, you can roll a check. And we should have done this at the very beginning of your turn, but go ahead and roll an animal handling check for this. Yep, good enough. That's all you needed. All right. Another ogre is going to enter the fray.
Oh, look at this one. It's exotic.
Yeah, there's some pretty serious ogres. This one seems to have like goblins on top of it. It is effectively a siege engine in of itself, covered in armor, flaming arrows, being fired off of it. It is ready to do battle. Let's see. The warg's turns. The warg is dead there. There will be one more warg appearing here. And another warg appearing here. I'm going to get rid of those wargs. There's a goblin there for it. I'm just taking the dead stuff off the battle map for now. Is there anything else to introduce? There is one last thing. Everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw. As you hear the cry of Trebuchet! And it's got it's like a bird shot basically that's flying through the sky at this point. So you're trying to just duck and dodge and dive out of the way of a lot of small stones that have been flung in your direction. Axel, you're fine. Vincent, I am going to give you that will be 8 points of bludgeoning damage your way. Sir Venom, that will be 5 points of bludgeoning damage your way. Riku, you dodged it completely. So you and Axel are going to take half damage on this.
Yeah,
So 5 points of damage.
Riku, you roll at advantage, but I don't think it matters anyway. Because I haste.
True.
So 5 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage for you two. And that is the first round. You do see at the end of this that there are flashes of light and energy to the north as the Celestial and the Futhrodin do battle.
Gotta roll a con save, Axel.
I do.
It's he's got a potion actually. I think
Actually,
he's
yeah,
fine.
it's potion. True. Never mind. Well, I had to roll one
What?
for the spell because I'm concentrating.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Potion. I feel like our fight doesn't matter unless the Fire Lord like wins that fight. Like we could
That
totally
dude's
kick
totally
ass.
gonna show back up. He's gonna.
Yeah,
come
we
back.
could totally kick ass, and then but if he loses that fight, then we're fucked anyway.
Never know.
Yeah.
Riku, what would you like to do?
Hmm.
Riku surrounded.
I'd like to kill some of these guys.
Surrounded but not alone.
So I'm gonna swing my sword. Boy. Lots of damage here.
All right. You are going to burn through 2 of them.
Okay. And
Due to the minion rules.
we're gonna throw the D10 on top of that.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, you're going to burn through a full third of them.
That means I'm looking at +9, 26 AC.
That's pretty good.
Very good. So that's that's one attack, and then here's my second attack. Is that good enough to hit?
That is good enough to hit. Yep.
I rolled the wrong thing, but did I roll the wrong? Mind.
A 15 hits the goblins.
Fire damage.
All right. It's going to burn through the last two as well.
So I don't have any more around me.
Nope.
Cool. All right. And I have to. Okay. Well, where are my homies? Okay. I'm gonna. What would it cost me? To pull out my broom.
I would let you do that as like a free action.
Okay. Because I'd like to pull out my broom
Mhm.
and hop on it and kind of just like fly just high enough to be like out of these guys' reach, and then just kind of like go over them and just like drop down next to Sir Venom.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Like, because I can see what's going on in this
He
thing.
wants
'cause-
to get in the bubble. Okay.
Go for it.
do I know if that hurts me or not?
It does not hurt you.
Yeah. I think you would know that at this point.
Okay, because I'd be pretty sure that it doesn't. All right, so I think I'd want to do that.
Actually, it's all fire damage. Roll for the helm. No, just joking. Yeah, you can do that without issue. There's no attacks of opportunity, and you're in the bubble.
All right, I'd want to like drop down here, and then like I'd still have an attack, so I'd want to attack this one.
Okay.
Move my guy.
Nice.
Make the old attack. Oh, that's looking like a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. And that's actually enough damage to kill two of them. Do you want to kill that middle one and the one to the north, or the one to the south?
It doesn't matter either or.
Okay. And your blade burns through them, the life leaving their eyes rapidly once again.
Right. I'd probably still have movement to probably. Actually, if I move anywhere, this guy would get an attack of opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, he's close enough technically.
I guess I'd stay there then.
Okay. Full turn.
Yeah.
Sir Venom, your friend has entered the bubble next to you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I love the idea of like Riku acting out guerrilla warfare out of the bubble, but it sucks that I go right after.
Yeah, he's gonna move the bubble.
No, but I can just go to where you are after. Just go plow through a bunch of them, and then I'll go chase you.
Yeah. So I'd nod at Riku, and be like, I'm gonna clear a path. Let's get those two big
I'm
fuckers.
gonna clear.
And then let's see. So I'd go 15 feet next to Axel to get all the ones that are surrounding him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. I just want to make sure it actually kills him, but I would be very surprised if it doesn't. You gotta do 7 damage total. And then I'll just take out a bunch of those guys.
It's 4d8. Ronan, what are you doing over
Dog problems?
there? He jumped up on the bed. Now he's pawing at all the blankets, trying to make a little nest.
Dog's got to check for snakes. Let's see. Okay, yeah. You wiped all of those guys out that were surrounding Axel. And in fact, this guy too, because he was in that square.
Put my
So as
hand
you-
on his shoulder and be like, I'm gonna clear a path. Follow me. Let's get the two big fuckers. Same thing I said to Riku. Because with a dash, I still have 45 movement. Oh,
Go
why didn't
5
I
feet
add
at a
on?
time, and I'm just gonna like take the guys out using the
Oh.
25 that you
Are
rolled.
you
So
fly?
this guy,
Are you flying, or?
I'm like casually strolling.
Oh, okay.
and as he does so, these guys are literally just all falling in front of him.
He's dang. Should have given
And
you
then I'm
haste.
gonna like stand. Because it looks like if I stay in the middle of them, I can get both of them in it.
You can.
Ooh,
What's
very
the roll on
nice.
that? Is it a wisdom?
19 wisdom.
Okay.
They don't look very wise.
The
Oh, they
first
have
one
negative.
nearly succeeded, but had the wrong direction. The second one with the battering ram,
Different.
and yet the same. So they're both failing, and they'll both take
lay down.
25. Okay. It again doesn't really seem to do very much to them. These guys are beefy. Is there anything else you can do, or is that all of your action and movement and everything?
I still forget Umbra's up. And I think with a bonus action, I think I can only move him like 20 feet. So I guess we'll just start moving him down. Oh, I need the. And that will be everything.
Okay.
Ronan, lay down, buddy. Good boy.
The celestial to the north. You see a really bright flash of light, and you can see for a moment the figure of the Futuro Din falling in the air until suddenly he actually teleports above the celestial and the fight continues. It is rapid and aggressive in a way that is surprising. Axel, what would you like to do on your turn?
Let's see. So it take me 20 feet to get to this spot, and then I want to see how many of these guys I can take.
Okay.
Reckless and great weapon mastering, like a lunatic.
Oh, what
Oh,
happened
hit.
to everyone
23.
sticking together?
That's a hit.
I haven't ended my turn yet.
Not true.
He's got like 100 feet of movement.
So 19 plus 10, so 29, and then
You can take out those first 3 without issue.
okay. And then so I'm trying to think from here. Could I get I guess I gotta take out the next. Let's
Just
just go
bring
for
them into
3
the
more. Well,
squares.
I'm doing the exact same thing I just did. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Another 29. So more
Yeah.
another 3.
All 3 of those ones around you are toast.
Ooh.
Let's 3 more.
Okay.
Doing everything the same.
And all they see is, as this is happening, is you move in a blur from place to place. Suddenly your axe sweeping out in front of them. They're literally just going flying backwards.
So this, all right, I'm probably,
Like
I feel
mowing
like I could
grass.
get potentially 4, so I might do sneak attack on top of this. So it's 25 right now.
Yep.
And then because smoke 'em if you got 'em, we'll have a sneak attack.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You needed 28, so.
So all the
This
4 I can
guy,
get.
that guy.
All right. So Axel sees what Sir Venom's doing, but then so these guys go after me, right?
The goblins, they
Yeah.
do. Yep.
And
Yep.
that leaves Riku. Riku
Get
gets
back to
swarmed.
back with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I like you know, I like what Sir Venom's thinking, but Riku will be left abandoned. I can't do that. And then before I end my turn, I would in Vincent's mind, he hears Axel saying, "Get out from behind the walls and come, get in here."
Okay.
And then I end my turn there.
Gotcha. This goblin begins to scale the wall. This goblin begins to scale the wall and attacks the closest guard. Yeah, that's going to be a hit. Does it kill him? He does not. So they are engaged in battle. And you can see that some of these other goblins, and they've got 30 feet of movement. So a bunch of these goblins are like sprinting and climbing the walls. Sprinting and
Do
climbing
those
the
guards
walls.
not have we don't have any archers on the wall or anything to
What's
keep watch on the
Glenn?
goblins?
What's Glenn been doing?
Glenn has been circling from this side, scouting, looking for different things to engage in. He doesn't have a ranged weapon,
Oh, okay.
so he hasn't decided to
Hmm.
engage directly. He's not hurting anything, but he's definitely not like actively helping, obviously. If there's something you would like to tell him to do, you can try to direct him to do so at some point.
Yeah, right now, just like support the guys on the wall.
Okay. Let me take these guys. They would run past you because they're not that dumb. These guys are going to go here.
Jeez, I could have abandoned you after all, Riku.
Apparently.
Yeah, they're just going for the wall at this point. They are not interested in you
Mm.
guys. They
I'm sure I'll be just fine between these two giant ogres.
There's like hundreds of people in the city ready to jump them if they get in there anyway.
And let's give another collection of goblins. They're just swarming around you guys. They're not gonna like or sorry, in particular, they're swarming around Sir Venom to get to here. So they see the battle happening and they're just like trying to get around. They don't want to get anywhere near you. Because they see that you are a swirling death machine in that area. So there will be more goblins coming in there
Yeah.
and there. And that brings us to the ogre with the battering ram. He's going to sprint. He's going to spend all 80 feet of his movement just charging in a straight line. So Axel, you do get an attack of opportunity on him.
Ooh.
Just do that again.
Can I use reckless attack on an attack of opportunity?
You can do so, I
Yeah, well,
believe.
let's try a Grey Weapon Masterman while we're at it. I mean,
As long as it
20?
doesn't say like on your turn. That's a hit.
Yeah. Ooh, max damage. 34 damage.
34 damage.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah, you definitely hurt him as he goes by, but he's a man on a mission. And he's not bloodied. And that will be his turn because he sprinted to get to the gate. So that's where he's at. That's what he's doing. You see a flash of darkness, and for a moment, the light of the celestial dims, really done, as if it were like contracting in on itself, almost as if the fires of its wings were going out. And then it burns brightly again and continues to fight. It seems the Foot Road Din is fighting back with everything it has. Vincent, what would you like to do as you see this ogre with an enormous battering ram charge up to the iron portcullis?
Do fly over here a little bit, get an angle on him.
Okay.
See what this guy's doing. See, he's up to no good, battering my wall.
Angle, boy.
And
That's a hit.
For 22 damage.
Okay.
And thing. Yes, I do. But what can I do?
Are you taking 2 more attacks, Vincent?
I'm going to. I was just seeing if I can use any of my arcane shots to mess this guy up a little bit, but
Gotcha.
nothing really is applicable right now. So we'll just stick with the damage. So yeah, 2 more shots.
Okay.
15.
That is a. I think that's a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
All right, I'm just going to roll the second shot. This one's going to be on there.
Okay.
Well, 14.
14 is a hit as well.
All right. Oh, then we're good.
So 23.
So the first one will be 23, and the second one will be 23.
Nice. All right. The ogre now looks bloodied, and he's peppered by your arrows. It looks like 1 or 2 of the guardsmen on the walls has thrown a spear. Axel caused a big slash on his hamstring, so he had to hobble the rest of the way to the gate. But he is still ready to use that battering ram on the portcullis. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
No.
All right. Let's see. Another ogre enters the fray. This one with an enormous chain dangling over its body that it can use at range, almost like a whip. And as it enters, it will look at Sir Venom. And it had to run up to this space to get here, so that would be its turn. That said, the Oga Hauda, the one that is effectively a siege unit with goblins on its back and everything, it's going to close the distance between itself and you, Sir Venom. And it is going to use its. Let's see.
I think it might take damage for starting its turn in Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Or ends its turns there. Okay. So if it ends its turn in the Spirit Guardians, it takes the damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It will attack with its like the spikes on its fists. It's like effectively a mace attack, and it will get. Let's see, a 24 to hit.
Oh, that's just barely a hit.
Okay, and it does this twice. The second attack will be a 9. It will do 15 points of piercing and bludgeoning to you. 6 piercing, 5 bludgeoning. In case that matters at all. But then it will begin to run. It'll run up to here, and it will move to here and try to begin to engage Axel and Riku, and it will end its turn there. Do you need to make a Constitution saving throw for? There we go.
I'm gonna session inspiration that.
Okay.
Whew, okay, good. Spirit Guardian stays up.
Spirit Guardian stays up. The Warg.
Did Sir Venom get an attack of opportunity when that guy ran away from him? Or
He did, if you would like to take one.
Oh, I would. Let's see. Is it?
Oh, hey, how are you?
The warg is going to run up, it's going to miss you, and then it's going to end its turn there. The other one's going to do the same thing. It's also going to miss, and it's going to end its turn right there. In terms of the attack of opportunity you had against the Howdah,
Trying to, because I have a Warcaster. Oh yeah, I'm not playing Baldur's Gate, so it doesn't automatically have to be Shocking Grasp or whatever. So I'll just use. I'll take a swing at it with my fancy feather sword.
oh yeah,
Ugh,
yeah, that's a miss.
13 to hit.
No, that guy. Oh wait, that guy. His AC is exactly a 13, so that does hit.
Nice. All right. So 3d10.
ooh,
So 19 plus a d8 for the radiant. So 20 total damage.
Right.
And the 19, I believe that's acid, if that matters.
I think that sounds right. And
Yeah,
no,
acid.
it does. Yeah, he doesn't actually have any resistances or anything, so it's fully effective.
Perfect. And then you said he has like a ton of goblins on him. Would the spirit guardians have killed all of them?
Nope, not in this instance. They've not yet.
Well, they're like protected by it somehow.
Yeah, from what you can see, you think that they are actually.
Oh, little fuckers.
All right. And that brings an end to the round. So this will begin round 3. I actually think that this is the perfect time to pull back and say we will continue this next session and pick up in the middle of the fight. They did not lob a round of siege of trebuchet ammunition at you this time because you destroyed their mines. So it only happens every other round at this point in time. At this point in time, instead of every round. But you are in the pitched battle for the shield tower of Yartar, having decided to remain and see if you can protect as many of the citizens as possible.